2 Krabby Patties and a side of fries, yelled Squidward as he posted the order on the kitchen's window. Just as fast as he gave the order, SpongeBob was out the door with 2 Krabby Patties and a side of fries. "Order up!" he shouted, with his signature enthusiasm and overall happiness. He walked towards the customer's table and gave them their order. 2 Krabby Patties and a side of fries for the gentleman, and a free smile. He smiled and laughed. With that laugh made Squidward want to pull the trigger. The customers just ignored the happy Sponge and proceeded to eat their food. SpongeBob walked back to the kitchen and sat down as he waited for another order. Business had been slow recently. He could tell by the lack of work and how much was complaining. He's been working in the Krusty Krab for so long, he actually lost track of how many years he's worked there. He loved his job making patties in his life. He got to meet so many people. Not only he made Krabby Patties, he gets to serve the tables, which in his opinion is every bit of enjoyable as making the burgers. But to SpongeBob, the best thing is when he sees the happy face of his boss. SpongeBob had a major crush on the older crustacean since he started working in the Krusty Krab. He never has gotten to tell the old crab himself, since he thinks he'll be rejected anyway. There's nothing he loves more than money, so he keeps his affection to himself. Suddenly the kitchen door opened, and his red legs stepped inside. "We're closing early today. Slow business costs a fortune, lad," said bitterly. The crab stared at SpongeBob with an undefinable expression plastered across his face. Suddenly something deep within SpongeBob snapped. He raced towards Eugene and got on his knees. "I know business has been slow, and there's nothing I can do about that. So how about you let me treat you right?" He raised an eyebrow and stared at the yellow sponge. "Are you offering yourself to me? I haven't done this since I was a sailor boy," said as he smiled. "Please, I want you." That was enough to get the old crab going. Eugene took his clothes off as SpongeBob placed his spongy yellow lips on the crab's red hard cock. He took him in fully, sucked him off like his life depended on it. The old crab was speechless. This little nerdy yellow guy was a pro. He wasn't fucking around. He was getting shit done. So before euphoria got out of hand, he pulled away and manhandled the sponge. Bob was now on his stomach, ass in the stroking himself as Eugene removed the rest of his clothing. Krabs stared at the cute little yellow ass that was in front of him, waiting to be filled with this sex. I'm ready.
SpongeBob said progressively louder.
Was snapped out of his appreciation for that ass and slammed onto the sponge, not concerning himself with hurting him.
"Ah, faster!"
SpongeBob yelled as Eugene picked up the pace. Suddenly the door opened and Squidward entered. That didn't stop though. He kept slamming into the happy little sponge. Then suddenly Squidward became painfully aware that he himself wasn't wearing any pants.
"Want to, join us?"
said the sponge, with his ass being destroyed. Squidward had no second thoughts. His erection suddenly became visible as he raced towards SpongeBob and slammed his cock in his mouth, showing no mercy to SpongeBob. Bob was having the time of his life, being filled with both ends. On one end, his crush, and on the other him, his fuck buddy. He loved it. Eugene was picking up the speed and slammed in harder each time. He began hitting the sponge, little prostate with his cock, sending shots of pleasure to the sponge. The temperature was rising. Their bodies were sweating as they all became one giant ball of sex, hitting the sponge right where he needed, and the sponge began working his magic on the squid. Soon enough, they were painfully close.
I'm gonna come.
Said the sponge, growling as he said as the three of them simultaneously came, feeling the sponge in his mouth and his ass, with their love and lust.
I might have to give you a raise, boy.
As he chuckled, wow, today was the
Best day ever.
Sponge song. The end.